Hello, Sir Grafenstein. Am I saying that name correct?
Yes, you are. Who are you, and how did I get here? Did you bring me here?
Yes, but don't worry about that. We can send you back when you're finished. I just need you to go inside and put on these headphones and go ahead and tell us what happened the other day for you.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when you met the party that came in that walked through.
Oh, yes, the failing adventures, yes. Sure. Will you send me back afterwards?
Yes, we will. Thank you.
My name is von Grafenstein. Took my name after my mother. You may know my father, Strahd von Zarovich. I killed him and took over his domain of dread. Normally, no one enters or leaves my domain without my permission. This was not the case when 5 adventurers, and a very strong evil presence, entered just recently. I made my way to the town of Barovia, where many adventurers start in my lands, entering in the Durst's family home, thinking they'd enter there first. To my surprise, I run into a cleric, who goes by the name Caliana Leonin. Says she's from Exandria. I don't care to listen anymore. I hate clerics. I tie her up and leave her there, while I play piano waiting for the rest of the group. Soon enough, they make their way into the home, nearly dying to one of my inanimate armors. That was very pleasing to hear. I introduce myself to them and learn the rest of their names. Algus, who is a wizard in the School of Necromancy. Thia, a moon elf artificer. Pagma, a druid Leonin of the Beastlands. And some Centaur, who was calling himself Gorgonzola. I'm not sure why he just didn't tell me his real name, but I really just don't care. I left Caliana with them. I told them there is an evil in the basement that must be eliminated. Now you adventurers simply enjoy killing evil monsters, whatever you can get your hands on. For power, for glory, for whatever it is that you want. So how is it that these 5 decide to run, carrying the evil itself that is possessing a child, an infant? To my dismay, that is what happened. So I needed to bring in my ghouls and banshees to take care of the problem myself. After escorting these idiots to my castle, I took care of this evil who I found out later to be a devil named Asbiel. Finding out that he was working with some demons. He had teleported here from the abyss. Now I don't know what you know about devils and demons, but they do not like each other, so this caused a problem and piqued my curiosity. I knew I wasn't going to get more information out of him, so I killed him, knowing that he'd be sent back to the 9 hells, and teleported myself back to my castle and waited for the failures to reach. Soon enough, they entered my home, led in by the 2 Shadar-Kai that have helped me for centuries. Rosavalda and Thornbolt, the 2 children who belonged to the Durst's family home, were now souls inside of Shadar-Kai bodies. They brought them into my home, where I took them into the library down below, and explained more of the story. Explained my hypothesis on what could be happening. You see, a millennia ago, before the material plane was even created, there was a blood war. A war that has been ongoing between devils and demons, and has not stopped. Though the height of the war has certainly come down. I don't know if that is what's happening again, and I don't have enough information. So I sent the group to track down and meet with the Raven Queen in Litherna. Seeing how this group failed at ending the evil down in the basement, I gave them some help. Tattoos to prevent them from being possessed, languages that they did not know, and an escort of their choice. To them they chose Rosavalda, the older of the 2. Long dark hair, pale skin. She's a warrior of these lands. She grew up here. She knows them very well. I tasked her with escorting the group through the Shadow Swamp to Gloomrot to Litherna to meet with the Raven Queen. I hope that she makes it back. I care for her well-being. Whether the group survives, I do not care. That is the last I saw of the group. Thornbolt and I have been planning and protecting these lands, and are currently coming up with a defense strategy. Now may I leave, please?
Yes, yes, you may. Thank you.
So, where you guys are at now is you guys are watching over this canyon. Below is all of just fog and mist, and miles away you can see a city. You see the lights from a city, kind of like when you are, I was gonna say driving to Vegas, but not a lot of people know that one. When you see like city lights behind a mountain, you can see the light pollution. That's what you're seeing beyond there. To which you can assume is Gulron, the city that you are meant to go. Your pathway that lies before you is, from what you know, is to Gloomrot, and from Gloomrot you have to go through the bog, and if you make it out of the bog, then you make it into the blizzard area of the Raven Queen. And that's if you can even find her temple at that point. And to help you along the way, you have hired Rosavalda. She will be guiding you through this.
Hired?
You have hired. Don't get caught on semantics.
Oh, shit. Do we have to pay her?
Don't worry. Just
God.
don't get
Wasn't
caught
in
on
the contract.
Don't get caught on semantics. You're fine.
Paying her in our soul.
So
Too late.
She will be taking you through this swamp. And hopefully all the way to the Raven Queen. Rosavalda walks on the cliff where you guys are at. There's, you guys just got out of this huge layer of fog, which felt like just a large cold wall. And you guys are tired. And again, you just see this large mist in the canyon. You're just like, really? Again? Before you is this cliff that also that has this one like large ledge that protrudes forward. And you see Rosavalda. She walks up, still wearing the dread helm, her eyes glowing red, smoking out, her armor black and glowing in the moonlight, with smoke also coming out. Very demonic looking. She walks to the edge and just stops.
Please tell me she doesn't.
You see her take off her helmet, and she puts it aside, and she sits down, feet dangling over the edge.
Oh, thank God.
What do you do?
Excuse me, I don't think that now is the time for a quick rest. I believe we should be getting going, shall we?
I'll sit next to her.
Okay. I guess we're stopping then.
We have been walking for a long time. Perhaps a rest is needed.
Have we been walking for a long time?
Yeah, you guys
Oh, okay.
don't know. You guys been going through this big giant wall of fog, and it's just you finally can see things. She, without looking at either of you, you hear her. Please don't fear this place. I know you've all experienced such horrifying things, and devils and demons. And even if some of it, they might have just been powerful illusions, they were still, the experiences sounded horrifying. But that's not all there is here. There's so much more to Shadowfell. There's so much more to my home. She looks towards you, Caliana. So please don't fear this place.
And why would you think I have anything to fear of this place?
Tell me something good about this place.
It's
Well-
constantly overcast. I love overcast.
Mm,
It's my favorite type of weather. I don't get sunburnt. It's really cool. And it's good for napping.
ever the optimist.
Thea pipes up from that. She's like, I don't mind the weather. I like nighttime better anyway. It is fine. I like it.
Even in a place as dark and dank as this, there's a balance to be found. Even if it
Some
is
libraries.
gross.
Another good thing. You?
She kind of like smirks a little bit. And she kind of looks towards all of you. Will you let me show you a different side to Shadowfell? Will you be open to maybe seeing this place as something beautiful?
There is beauty everywhere. Please, lead the way.
You see her stand up as she clasps her hands together, and she sees her eyes close. She takes a deep breath, and she begins to sing.
Oh, okay.
There was a gentle breeze before, passing through. That breeze picks up a little between all of you. You watch as the breeze starts to swirl around her. Dark, shadowy energy begins to swirl with it, but it's creating a warm glow around her. Her hair gently bellowing outward, following the gentle whirlwind. An unkindness of ravens perch on the trees behind you all. The moonlight, almost like a spotlight, seems to concentrate itself onto her. Her voice echoes throughout the entire canyon, as if serenading to the land. A wave comes out of her, and everything below the canyon pushes away and dissipates. You see her take another breath as she smiles and says, "The swamp is happy tonight." Below you, the sounds, the croaks, the buzzes of wildlife begin to sing back. As you can see, trees upon trees. The smell is different now, where it was just almost nothing. What you saw was black and white. What you heard was black and white. What you smelled was black and white. Now, you smell the swamp. It's uncomfortable, but refreshing. She turns to each of you. "Let me show you my home." And she jumps.
Okay. I
Damn
jump.
it. Well, Gulron will not be outdone by some Shadowfell bitch, so he will jump as well.
Oh dear.
I push Caliana in, and I'll jump after her.
Okay. Thea?
She like, and I just realized I actually have a random plushie that I can actually use to try and roleplay Thea a little bit better. She just kind of like hugs her owl. She's like, "Where did everyone go? What? Where are they jumping?" Can she peer out over the edge of the cliff?
Yeah. You see everybody jumping. Everyone's hearing, like, she's like, this is so much fun. She's gleefully screaming as she's falling. Her hair is just like flying everywhere. Her helmet is next to you still. She didn't take it with her. And
I mage hand her helmet and
Sure.
carry it.
Sure. Do you jump?
she's going to hold on to the helmet with her mage hand and her owl doll for dear life, and she's gonna close her eyes really tight and like gently step off the edge.
Okay. You fall. To everyone else, she did not expect you guys to dump. She was looking around. She's like, well, wow. And you see her like shoot an arrow onto the cliff as you hear hitting it, and a rope appears from her hands as you see that she starts swinging down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
do
and
we have to...
You guys are falling. You guys are falling. This is like 300 feet.
Oh, Jesus
250,
Christ.
200 feet. 150. You're at 100 feet right now.
I'm waiting for.
I grabbed the
Can I
rope.
use?
I'm waiting for a specific amount of time. 60, 100 feet. I cast Featherfall.
Sure. On everyone?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, can I cast on everyone?
You have a limited amount
Dang
of
it.
people you can put it on.
Choose up to 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. Sorry, Gulron.
No.
What? I have 5 hit points left.
No. I'll cast it on Gulron as well.
Okay, so that's you 5. All right. All of you are caught in the air as the breeze seems to gently follow you guys down, and she's still like giggling and laughing and gleefully falling down. And then as soon as she's about 20 feet, she dissipates. A purple shadowy energy with like black feathers that protrude out happens. She lands back on the floor. Same shadowy energy with feathers. And she waits for you guys at the floor. As she's just laughing and like her hair's wild and windful as you guys are gently landing down.
I do say, put me down. Who is the one who threw me off? Speak up! Speak up!
Caliana, don't worry. I had everything under control.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
What?
Thea just has like panic tears streaming down her face because she realized as soon as she jumped off she fucked up. And she's like, Rosavalda, please, never do that again. At least please tell us not to jump unless we have a means to stop ourselves. Oh, sorry, and I have a small plushie to hold on to now.
I'll pat Thea on the shoulder and be like, it is fine, we have survived. And we have fallen into this beautiful place. I think. I don't know what's around us.
Before you stands the natural maze, known as the Shadow Swamp. The canopy cover separates you from the night sky, but leaves little slits of moonlight, like little spotlights, sprinkled throughout the area. Your eyes see no color, but your senses tell you otherwise. You can feel the sponge-like ground sink underneath your feet as the damp, moist air kisses your skin. The sounds of croaks and buzzes and dripping waters serenade your ears, and that smell of murky water, mud, and rotting vegetation seeps into your nostrils. It's uncomfortable, but again, refreshing. A little taste of home, maybe. She's giggling and laughing. I didn't expect you guys to jump with me. I was going to shoot the rope up there. And you see her, she's holding the rope and she tugs it as the starts, coiling down.
That seems to be the modus operandi of this group. Jump first and ask questions later.
Where is the fun in climbing
Or
down a
never.
rope?
Please never again. Never again, please.
Under control, guys. It's all right. You got me. You'll be fine.
That would have been a large crater. Because I weigh 470 pounds.
Well, now that we're here, I cast mage armor.
Glowing spectral of armor goes over Algus. She's still, she grows over to Thea. Thank you for grabbing my helmet. Maybe later. And she'll keep it on her side. She puts it in her bag.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Welcome to my home. This is the Shadow Swamp. As she's like gesturing and doing all that, you see this one light kind of in a clockwise motion, just kind of flying about. Following it are 3 very beautiful moonlit, luminescent looking moths, white with black little spots. And as she notices you guys are looking at that, I need all of you to roll me wisdom saving throws.
Magical awareness.
So do what?
To roll wisdom saving throws.
Magical awareness.
What is magical awareness?
Why am I doing that?
Basically, it's a free detect magic without actually casting a spell
Okay.
14.
as an action.
You don't. Gulron, then you see like the wings on it. The wings on the moths start to kind of like almost look like a optical illusion. They just start moving on themselves, and you see this powder kind of fly out of their wings.
14.
I forgot.
7.
I also learned the School of Magic as well.
School is moth.
Correct.
The silver moth.
That doesn't help at all.
Mothomancy.
Atrio's mouth starts to water.
Gulron, you would kind of understand that this is like similar to maybe like a confusion spell.
So enchantment.
Sure.
Okay.
Would Pagma...
Let me roll the wisdom save.
Considering that everybody looked at it, yes, everybody would need to roll it. So you rolled a 14. Okay.
Natural 20, 22.
Okay.
Damn, boy.
Damn.
Quick question.
Sure.
Out of reflex, I rolled it on D&D Beyond and it showed up in the chat. Do you want to use that one or the one that I rolled physically?
Just use the one you rolled physically.
Okay. Well, that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
So.
Well, that's a 12.
Sure.
I got a 7.
Okay. So
Oh, Jesus
would,
Christ!
For like future reference, would anything in the Shadowfell be like some like creature specifically, beasts or anything, something that Pagma would like be able to like anything recognizable to him as a druid?
there would
Or
yeah. There so you will see, like for example, the moths. There's for sure moths in the Beastland. They're just different. Like again, these planes are echoes of the prime material, and the Beastlands is also kind of, well, it's its own plane, but it has similar like beasts and things all around. It's kind of like being in another. Think of it as another, not ecology, but environment. Like there are certain birds over here, birds over elsewhere.
Alola and Vulpix.
Yes, there you go. So to Gulron and to Pagma, you guys are walking just in random directions as Rosavalda runs to both of you and like shakes you and kind of like hits you a little bit to both of you. So you guys kind of snap out of it immediately. And she stands in front of you guys. Okay. 1. My fault. Should have stopped you. My fault. My apologies. Couple things in here. If you don't know what it is, don't look directly at it.
Gotcha.
Many animals, many things here rely on confusing their prey to mess with their vision, mess with their mind, and then that's how they hunt. As you are as she's explaining this, you at peripherals, you guys are watching, you can still see the moths going on, but you see that the little light that the moths are following is zapping these moths little by little as these moths just drop to the ground. And you see this one little light carry the one moth, still flying, over to this glowing little alcove in a tree.
Thank you for the assistance.
You're welcome. 2, stay close to me. Don't wander. I'll get us around. Protect you.
You won't have any more oversights like that, would you?
No.
There better not be. I think it's a wonderful idea that we have a little child as a guide to the Shadowfell.
She is a fully grown woman.
Don't know about that.
All right.
If you would like to lead the way, Caliana.
Oh, I'm just saying, if we are having a guide, we just need to make sure that she's on her toes.
She was the older one of the two.
She was?
She was the older sister.
Oh, okay.
I will keep it in mind of that, Caliana. These are wild animals, and with the wild, they can be unpredictable at times. But I promise you, nothing will come after us. 3rd, do not panic. Fear is a source of food for many who live here. Do not give in to any of it. Illusion or not. Lastly, promise me something, please. Do not kill anything in here. Things in here, they do what they can to survive. Yes, adventurers can die in here, and yes, death is... Sometimes nature can be kill or be killed, but believe me, I know this swamp. I know what they need to survive. If we find something, I'll make sure I take care of it. I just don't want it to die. And you see her kind of like, her bag, she kind of opens up her bag a little bit, and you see a bunch of like little meats and different vials. Supplies in here I have for this area to protect us from different animals. If something is following us, I'll let you know, but please, will you promise me not to kill anything?
This is your home. We shall follow your rules.
I never was one much for killing things anyway. I like making things.
Yeah. We haven't killed anything yet.
It's very true.
Got us there.
As a cleric, I suppose I support life.
I suppose.
I suppose.
If
in the air.
trying to kill me.
Okay.
If I am attacked, I will defend myself. Just be aware of that.
Just follow the lady and you will be fine.
And if there's a need to defend ourselves, then I will show you how. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Now come. We're going to go in a straight line. So just tell me the marching order. She'll go first. So
And cast Pass Without Trace, maybe?
you'll find out.
Oh, Jesus
Thia
Christ.
does not want to be last. She will probably try and sandwich herself somewhere near behind Rosavalda or Caliana or Algus or Pagma. She just doesn't want to be on the very end.
At
Okay.
the end, got
Well,
it.
she can be right in front of Gulron, who will be at the end.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
go second because I want to ask her, like, just as we pass by things
Sure.
about the nature and stuff.
Sure. Okay.
3.
All right. So we have Rosavalda, Pagma, Thia, right? No,
Algus.
Algus, and then Caliana, and then Thia, and then Gulron. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Are we rolling stealth?
You are going to in a moment. You can, if you want to do it right now. She does kind of, you see her kind of bring out a little feather, like a black feather, as she kind of like twirls it in the air as you kind of see this shadowy go around you guys like a bubble. So yes, she did cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh, thank God.
So you guys have a +10 to your stealth.
Oh, thank God.
You're not gonna believe this. A 31?
Nice.
She rolled a 19, she has a +2, and then another +10.
Okay.
Algus got a 16.
17.
Okay.
31.
Okay.
Let's see. So I rolled an 8, and I don't have my. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Rosavalda rolled a natural 20 with a 36, so she just vanishes. But you do hear her voice. If you cannot see in the dark, please hold on to someone. I would prefer no light. Remember, if it
I
has
immediately grab on to Thea.
light... Okay.
Yes, go on, you can follow me. I can see in the dark. I got this.
She kind of
Yes, I-
walks with the rope. If anyone needs to tie themselves, they can.
I do like
I'll
that
give
for staying
Algus-
together.
I'll give Algus my tail because he's right behind me, right?
Yep.
Correct. Okay. All right. You guys are walking, and as you guys are continuing to walk, and again, you're seeing these trees, some cypresses, and these beautiful, tall trees with blue leaves on them. And Pagma, you're noticing that every time she walks by these trees, she kind of gently touches them, each and every single one, gently just kind of petting it and smiling towards it as she's walking around. And you guys see her. Well, Pagma, you see her. For those who have dark vision, can see her. She kind of her ears perk up, and she turns to you, Pagma, and she kind of turns to the group. Do you guys want to see something really, really rare?
I can't fucking see.
You'll see it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 stealth.
Sure. Is that a yes?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You insist.
Okay.
That +10 really helped.
Nice. You walk off. She walks you off to the side, and normally you guys have walked through swamps before, and you guys know that like you should be sinking in and like falling in these pits, but everywhere she's following you seems to be pretty solid surface, very easy to walk around. Anywhere that she's taking you, just not even a tread of like it's just super easy to walk. And you guys get up to this bushes, like the blue leaves are kind of blocking your way, and she slowly peeks out and opens it up. And before you, in this circular grove of trees, almost like blue flame surrounding this thing, is a sleeping shadow dragon. It has red through its scales. The shadow scales.
I'm sorry.
Scales are just painted over with red lines going around. And she looks to you guys, gleefully smiling. It's sleeping.
I'm just staring daggers at her.
This is the best time of my life.
Isn't it?
I whip my tail into Algus's mouth.
Thea pulls out her notebook and just like awestruck starts like scribbling notes on its anatomy and its description.
She whispers to you guys, I've been looking for this thing for so long. She points to the scales. Do you guys see how there's a little bit of red still there? This dragon is not from here. It was brought here. The Shadowfell turns these dragons black, and you can still see lines of red. This is a very young young red dragon before, but is slowly turning into a shadow dragon. She like kind of like gleefully puts her hands together and she's like, it's so amazing how things change here. The natural balance that happens in these areas.
Would we change?
I don't know. A lot of adventurers do that end up living here. But you guys do have Vaughn's tattoos, so I'm not sure. You're the first non-natives to get them. So, if you guys start feeling sad or angry out of character, then that's the Shadowfell affecting you. Just keep it in mind. It changes you.
Let's hope we are not, we feel no effects.
Mm-hmm.
And these tattoos work.
Yes, it's all very lovely. Wonderful, beautiful, great metamorphosis change. Let's get out of here.
She just let you see her kind of eyes like start to shimmer, staring at it for a little bit. She's like, okay, we'll go. Let's go to camp. As you guys continue, same route, again, walking you guys through this. She stops. You see Pagma. You see her ears kind of like dart back, like kind of like how dogs do when they hear something. She looks to you.
Mine?
Yeah, to you, Pagma. Yeah, because you're behind her.
My ears do the thing?
No.
Hers?
Hers do. She very quietly.
Oh.
We're being followed. It looks like there's 3. They won't come after us as a group. But just be aware that we have 3 beasts following us. Pass it back.
I'll pass it back.
I'll pass it back.
Apparently there are 3 beasts behind us.
Why are there hot dogs in the Shadowfell?
Go on, don't look back, but there are some beasts following us.
I instinctively turn back and look.
Okay. You see.
After everything she said.
You see these 3 pairs of eyes staring at you. Kind of in the middle, about 30 feet behind you, is this very large, shadowy dog looking, almost like a giant mastiff, but in shadow. On the other sides, about 20 feet each side, you see smaller of these dogs walking in sync together. Pagma, you see Rosavalda stop, and she turns around. Did you stop, Gulron? You stopped, right?
No. I just turned my head around, kept walking, and looked because I have Thia to. Oh right, I can't see anyway.
You do
so
see
it doesn't matter.
You do see the glowing eyes, and like through the little moonlights.
I do.
So you could see a little bit of light shining through the moonlight.
Because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah. Pagma, you see Rosavalda stop and very quickly, like run to the back where Gulron is. She taps you on the side, and she says, "Hold." And they come forward closer and closer together. For those who have dark vision, you do see these monstrous beasts kind of come out. And she's like, "Do not show fear to them. I will take care of the middle one. I need each of you to look as mean as you can to the other 2. These beasts respond to intimidation. We do not need to fight them."
Caliana looks her usual self at the dog.
I take out my great axe and I bulge my muscles and I growl.
Sure. Everyone can.
And I'll roll intimidation.
Correct. Everyone can roll intimidation.
And is using strength okay still for my
that's totally fine.
Intimidation?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I also do that?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you use strength for intimidation?
As you guys are like, kind of flexing and doing the various things. Or what is everybody doing to intimidate these things?
Can I do?
I got a 21.
Sure.
Can I just do like daunting roar?
What does that do?
As a bonus action, once per short rest, creatures of your choice within 10 feet that can hear you must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Or at least just like
You can do that.
some sort of intimidative roar.
Yeah, sure. You can do that.
Alrighty.
Thea rolled a 12 and she's going to like swallow really hard. She's like, I don't know how this intimidation works. But she's just gonna like hold her silvered short sword out and point it at the things.
Okay. Sounds good.
Caliana got a 15.
Caliana, go ahead.
Okay.
And
And
she's just staring daggers at it. As if she were to
Algus.
say, let me speak to your manager.
Karen, is that you?
Without looking, Rosavalda has chills kind of go up her spine.
Karen?
Algus got an 8.
Mhm.
So he's kind of just like doing the fireballs through the fingertips, but he gets way too into it. And he starts dancing, slips, falls in the mud, gets up, falls again, gets up, completely the wrong way.
Caliana
No.
turns.
He keeps firing firebolts.
Caliana turns her angry glare to Algus.
I can't see.
You
Still
see,
dancing.
you see Rosavalda. You guys have seen this transformation before, when Vaughn was angry. You see Rosavalda's hair like flare out, and her ears kind of become more pointed, and you see kind of, for those who can kind of see behind her, her teeth kind of become more sharpened, and she's staring down this large mastiff as it's just coming towards her. And slowly, little by little, they come meeting face to face. As she just stares at it, and they stare at each other. And there's a long minute of silence. The other two, to you, Gulron, the moment you flex and bring out that axe, that one to the right stops and steps back, and just kind of stares from a distance. To you, Caliana, the one on the left, a little hesitant, but gives way. And then hearing the roar, they all kind of back up a little bit, except for the large one in the middle. You hear her. She waves something in her hands, and you hear her kind of start making huff noises, like ruff, huff, huff, to this animal. As you see it slowly back down. And she turns around. Her face still kind of looks a little demonic, but slowly coming back to her normal features. And she takes a deep breath. Thank you. Also very well done, Centaur, Gorgonzola. That was impressive.
I'm all muddy. This reminds me of the time I was in a mud match with Wilhelm Wrangler.
Oh, get up.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have like a general number of like how many fights he's been in?
He was a professional wrestler. They do like show every night. It's
He's been in so many
Jesus
things.
Christ.
Okay.
I must say, Rosavalda, I
Good.
Rosavalda, I do appreciate that. It does seem like you know your way with these beasts. That was very impressive.
She kind of smiles. I don't think we're done with them yet, but thank you. And I appreciate that you didn't try to attack them. They were hungry, is all. And I merely told them where to get better food. That we're not worth it. Come. There's a plant I want to show you. Though do be careful. It is man-eating.
Well, good thing, am I right?
She's like... She looks confused to you. What do you mean?
Man.
Huh?
just a quiet like.
She makes one joke and it just falls flat.
you just hear that.
Well, I shan't be trying that again.
I thought it was funny.
Thea doesn't get it. Straight up, she doesn't get it.
Gulron doesn't either, but for a completely different reason from Thea.
Caliana
Smart comedy.
just a little insecure. Pushes back her hair. Let's move forward, shall we?
She walks to each of you as she passes by you. You know, she can. Very well done, Gorgonzola. That was impressive for a fey creature such as yourself in this area. Impressive. She walks to you, Thea. Less with the sword and more with the face and the body. Weapons only get you so far here.
Okay. I don't know how to intimidate, but okay.
We'll teach you. I'll teach you. Don't worry.
Algus waits for his compliment.
What? Oh. She goes, stops to Caliana. I can see why Vaughn doesn't like you.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Not in a bad way. It's not meant to be an insult. It's clear that you have a lot of strength.
Well, thank you.
She stops she goes to Algus. Maybe next time.
Oh, I tried my best.
I see that. Just don't less fire. No, I don't want this place to go in flames because of an accident.
I was shooting up. Yeah, all right.
She points up. Do you see any sky?
No, I can't see. We've been over this.
Exactly. You would be able to see if you could.
Okay.
She walks over. She passes by Pagma and stops and looks up at you. And I was unaware. I was not expecting you to roar. And normally I would prefer we don't make noise, but I think you might have made things easier for us.
A golden field warrior does not back down and holds no fear in his heart.
I like that. She continues walking forward. Pagma, as you see, she kind of starts ruffling through her stuff as she's walking through. She pulls out this water skin. And you guys are walking, and she starts to slow down again, like touching these trees as much every single time she goes by, like almost like petting them and gently putting her hand on them. And she stops. And she crouches down and kind of like gestures you guys to kind of come up. And off about maybe 10 feet from where you guys are at, you see this very little sliver of it's a pretty good sized moonbeam going down. You can see very well. And you see this vine wrapping around what looks to be a corpse.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
And she kind of giggles. She's like, well, it looks like it ate something. I was worried that we would have to, that it was going to try to bite one of us or take one of us. But since it's preoccupied, does anyone want to help me get some fruit for wine at the camp?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sure, why not?
Perfect.
Anything it can eat the horse.
Say it again.
If anything it can eat the horse. I'll go help with it.
Sure.
Without actually causing any damage, can I accidentally walk on Pagma's foot?
Roll me. What would that be? I guess that would be a sleight of hand because you're trying to do it really quickly, and then Pagma, roll me a perception check to see if you can catch it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
7.
11?
7.
7. Okay.
10!
Okay. Pagma, you're kind of getting ready to get up as you feel this like hoof step on the feet on your claws at the tips.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Of course, because you do not have dark vision. You are not as evolved as us. It is okay.
I just
Exactly.
whispered to Thea and Xander. I'm like, I could have guided them, but I knew they were going to pull some shit like this.
Oh, I see.
Get the ass for that burn.
Oh, do you...
I'd like to ask Rosavalda. Rosavalda, would it be a bad idea to take materials from the swamp? Or is like pieces of wood? Is that okay to take away from this environment? I just want to know what the rules are here.
She lights up a little bit. Yes, I was going to ask if you guys could do that. I need supplies for the camp, and we're actually in a perfect spot. As she kind of gestures around, and you see the same very beautiful blue leaves kind of around. They're very vibrant, glowing in the middle of the night almost. And in almost like a comical way, you hear she's gesturing and kind of looking at these plants and like very excitingly expressing like what they are, and I'll get to that in a second. But behind her, you hear this as the vines like crushing this body behind her. So these are
So it's the way of nature.
yeah. so these are blue leaves. If you can gather the leaves and burn them, and it makes a really, really beautiful blue flame. And not only that, it makes a very beautiful, vibrant blue dye, which has since become my favorite color. Vaughn made me a dress of one, and I've loved it ever since.
Damn it.
Thea scoops some leaves. She'd also like to look for some, like, decent pieces of wood that are solid, not rotting,
Sure.
able to be carved.
100%. Roll me an investigation check with advantage, because Rosavalda's like showing you. She's like, these are all different types. There's really only a few types of trees in here, mainly the cypresses with these huge, strong ones, and the ones with the blue leaves. Anything you can grab here from the ground, it's going to be beneficial for us.
That's a 23.
Cool. Algus?
What can I get that's gonna help me get cronked?
She like kind of smiles. Well, you see up there, and she points to the very top of the tree that's with the vine that's eating this person still. Up there are vine fruits, and you see about like 15 that look pretty plump. They look like almost like tomatoes, but purple.
So this is at the top of the vine eating.
So at the bottom, this vine is eating this thing, and at the very top, she's like, well, the higher you go, the sweeter they are, and it looks like to be about 60 feet. And
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, and we're taking a long rest after this.
We might want to walk a little more. We're almost there. But
Algus takes off his robe.
okay.
All right.
How far do you want to try to go?
the ripest, most delicious looking fruit there is.
Okay.
I want to
Algus,
get cronked.
before you have another life career-ending injury, let me guide you first. I don't want to heal you later. I'll give you guidance.
So I'm guessing like Caliana's kind of like telling me like which branch is like the most safest to put my weight
Oh
on.
no, it's a spell.
No, I meant like, but like for like flavor. And...
My spell is advice.
Exactly.
I mean, basically, isn't it?
Before you head up, she gives you this water skin. She says, so this has blood in it. Should the vines come after you, pour it out to the vine, and it will stop it. You're feeding it. Just don't let it feed on you, is all.
Pour up. I got it. Yeah.
Roll me either athletics or acrobatics to get up there.
Of course, it's gonna be athletics.
I don't know. Anybody want to do something else while this is happening as well?
Well, I'm completely useless in this situation
Okay.
as a centaur.
D4 if you want it.
24.
Whee.
You make the first 20 feet. You have 40 more feet if you want to reach the highest.
Oh,
Hell
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Is it? Or should we go to someone else? Or
You can keep rolling, yeah, but I'll jump to somebody else while you're doing that. So you guys see this very, like, this old, like, human ripped, just kind of climbing these, this large tree of the base as he's, like, kind of inching himself up. But he's going pretty strong.
19.
Okay. Looks like he's struggling very little. Like, you can see, like, maybe his like smidge of, like, he might be sweating a bit, but again, very easily up to that 40-foot mark.
This reminds me of the time I was in a tag team ladder match with the Harmy Boys.
His voice is echoing through the swamp as he's saying this.
That's 16.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You can see the old man getting a little tired, but he's up there. A vine, as you're kind of reaching the very top, is like reaching its way towards you, as it's kind of starting to grab you and wrap around your arm as you're climbing, little by little, like kind of like a snake.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate snakes. Blood. Pour up.
Okay.
Pour up.
You like pop the cork up, whoop, and just start pouring it, and little by little, like it looks like it's not doing anything, but you start to feel the vine tense, and then release, and it slowly starts to go away, and you keep climbing. Where you're at, there's about 5-10 fruits. How many do you want to try to knock? You can just, it looks like they're connected by like a little vine.
I'm gonna say 5.
Sure.
I want to take.
Or you could just grab and then throw down to me, grab and throw down to me, grab and throw down to me, and just keep going until they're all gone.
Whatever looks like the most efficient way.
I mean, how would Algus, would he karate chop the vine, or would he pull the fruit?
Probably pull the fruit.
All right. Go ahead and
Shop, that's too much.
with ease, you're just dropping these fruits. For everyone down below, who's catching them?
I will attempt to.
Okay. Anybody willing
You
to
will
help?
try to help catch.
Okay. Both of you together, or one of you with advantage, roll me dexterity checks.
I'll give advantage to Gulron. Do you have good dex?
I have a +1.
I have a +2.
Okay,
I
then
have
I'll
an
give you
idea.
advantage.
Okay. Any specific one or just a roll and add my +2?
Roll in your ad.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, just a straight dex check.
Cool. Well, that's a 10, and fuck, that's a 9. I got a 12.
Thia's like, like very strenuously running around with her like little, I'm assuming you have, I'm picturing you with the dress, like you're kind of holding it out almost like a thinged.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she definitely has like pants and like a weird sort of dress type robe thing.
Mm-hmm. You see that she's able to catch all of them. Still struggling, and barely gets them all.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they weigh a lot?
No, they feel like you have similar fruits in the Fae. They're not heavy for like just a description. They're like the weight of a tomato.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She's like, she comes over to you, Thea, and she's like, "That was amazing, even though you almost dropped them. But I'm proud of you."
Oh, thank you. Oh, she's touched. I tried my hardest. Gulron helped.
And you guys did well. Algus!
Yeah.
You can come down now unless you want to get more. You don't have to, though.
No, I don't want to take everything.
All right.
Who's catching me?
I will.
Okay.
Oh dear.
The elbow
you go.
drop. You see Algus like fall back and push off the tree as he like gets the elbow ready to start slamming it down. Both of you roll. Both of you roll me dexterity to see if you're like you're aiming for Gulron as Gulron is trying to
Jesus
catch
Christ.
you.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. The shenanigans.
Oh!
She looks to the group. Is this how you guys normally are?
I don't know if it's
fucking
all
die.
into that.
Why? Why? What did
A
you
natural
roll?
one.
Oh no!
Did you use guidance?
Well, guidance only works on the first ability check after it's cast.
Really? I thought it was.
It's only
Oh,
No.
okay.
ability
Oh,
check.
I might be thinking
It's only
something.
one ability
Yeah.
check within 1 minute.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
Well, I rolled a 16 plus 1, so 17.
Okay. Algus is falling down, and where like when he had the motion of holding the people's elbow and looking really macho and looking good. He gives way and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm falling really hard, really fast." And he starts like flailing back and forth, going yelling and screaming. Gulron, you're able to catch him, but he hits you a couple times just out of like because he's just flailing back and forth. But you are able to catch him. I would say
thank God.
You take 1
Specialist.
damage from him hitting you on accident.
Oh,
No, Gulron
I am
does.
good, because now I only have 4 hit points.
I am
Hold
beginning
on, let me
to
roll
think
my
that
d4. No.
his career's ending injury had nothing to do with the fight.
Hey! I'm not a top rope specialist, alright? I don't do that type of stuff.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Did you to Thea? Did you just grab like a bunch of these like blue leaves, like a huge bundle and everything?
Oh yeah, as much as she could stuff into her pack.
Okay. You see that Rosavalda's grabbing these like these branches as well and walking around and like grabbing everything. She hands them over to you, Caliana, to hold out or to carry. Do you mind?
Fine. Yes, this is what we expected to do, manual labor on this trip.
And you grab these
I
branches.
mean, why not give it to the person who can hold like 500 pounds?
You were
They're
busy.
leaves. I think I'm more than capable.
They're the branches to the trees. You were all just trying to catch Algus at this time. As she gives them to you, like a bundle of sticks. You're like, okay, whatever. But then, like, there's weight to them.
Yes, more than capable.
Sure you don't need help? You look like you need help.
I'm perfectly fine. And then I just
sure?
take them. No.
She
Get out of here, stop. Where do you want these?
just hold them, and she walks away a little bit. She's like, "Dawn Father, give you strength."
Are there any more materials that you need us to collect?
At the moment, no. I think that's it. We just needed for firewood and stuff to burn. We have the last thing might be just to find meat to eat. We'll be staying the night here, and then day 2 we'll be walking out. It's gonna be, if we continue this pace, I mean, this is a huge swamp. At most, it might take us a week to get to town. Hopefully, maybe less. But we'll see what we run into. And she continues.
Fucking nat 1. Jesus Christ.
You guys are continuing walking, and as you guys are walking through to and like looking at everything again, you know, this area is it's teeming with life. Before you were watching, you've seen these before, and you're seeing at the corner of your eyes these gloom moths as you kind of like look away or see them at your peripherals. Again, these very beautiful, everything's glinting and shiny, and despite the fact that again everything's black and white, you can tell that there's so much life that happens here. You hear the and the little mosquitoes buzzing and the flies buzzing, and there's a couple of leaves rustling and maybe some birds flying back and forth. There's ravens flying to and fro, cawing at one another. She holds out her hand to you, Pagma. Stop. As she points directly to this other walkway, another trail, as you guys see these 4 orcs walking together. One of them has his arm around 2 of them, and they look like they're just kind of like laughing at each other. And one of them, and the other, there's a third one kind of by himself with his arms crossed, pretty buff looking. And they're just kind of walking towards your direction, not directly towards you, but maybe like you guys are on the side, and they're walking across from you guys.
What do we do here, Rosavalda?
Well, looks like these guys are from the Crimson Sash. It looks like. Roll me. Actually, never mind. You guys are like, as you guys kind of take a closer look and are staring a lot longer. There's sashes. One of them has a headband. There's sashes on some of the arms of this red with kind of this gold little pendant and also some skulls. These guys are from there must be mercenaries from Gulron, but I don't know what they're doing all the way over here.
Should we expect problems?
No, I honestly think we should go talk to them, because nobody should be going out this far, or at least there's something wrong if this is the case. Maybe. You see her get up and walk over to them. She takes out. She walks over to him and kind of like whistles to them. Hey. Is everyone staying in the bush?
Nah,
I'll follow her.
Okay.
Stays in the bush,
Oh, dear.
observing.
Gulron,
Hands
please. I have elected to. It is your turn to carry these sticks now.
Who?
Take them off. Take them off me.
Sure, I can hold 510 pounds, so I'm good.
Good.
So I will attempt to hitch them to my side.
Sure thing.
Got it.
Very easily do that. Caliana, you have that, like, you know when you carry muddy things, your arms are just covered in mud.
Getting some.
Disgusting. I'll pull out a handkerchief and wipe it off.
Getting some muscles on those chicken arms, Caliana.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I come out with my hands raised up, like, not a threat.
Okay. Caliana comes out very differently. She has her hands on the hilts of her scimitars. Or not, sorry, Rosavalda, my bad. I meant Rosavalda. And she calls out to these orcs again, waves at them. They turn around.
What is it? It's a Shadar-Kai in here. And a human. And it... The fuck are you?
Pointing to you, Pagma.
Oh.
What?
All of you always this warm your welcomes.
Well, forgive me. I ain't ever seen anything like this over here in swamps. Gloomrock.
I'll come out too.
Okay.
Oh, there's more of you. Is there more of you?
Yeah,
Where's the more of you?
out dragging along.
The one that has the arms that's kind of like holding around everybody turns around, continues.
Well, were you all hired out here to find out, hunt the Bodoc?
I don't know what that is.
You see, Rosavalda, a Bodoc. There are Bodocs in the swamp.
Yep, we've been hired here from the Crimson Sash. Go hunt them. We're the four brothers. My name's Urzel. You can call me Uzi.
The other, he points to the one behind him.
This here's Jaruk.
Points to the other one on the other side.
This here's Rugo.
Points to the last one who's like flexed and just like not saying anything.
And that one's Tom. Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure.
Well, how
Yeah.
do you?
Rosavalda, aren't we supposed to not kill things? What's
You see her kind of tense up a little bit. She like starts like clenching her fist on the hilts of the scimitars. Bodocs are different. Tell me, Uzi, or anyone, how do you know how many? The one on the Tom on the other side.
Yeah. About 3 of them.
3 of them. They don't work together.
That's right. That's why they sent all 4 of us. 4 brothers.
And then one of them, the other one that was, you see that Rugo steps up.
You gonna help us? We can put in a good word for you in Gloomrock. You've been helping the Crimson Sash.
Oh, jolly.
I turn to the group.
You
I
cannot
think it'll be a good idea. What do you guys think?
Thea kind of just stands up out of the bush. She's like, I don't know what the Bodoc is, but I'll help, I guess.
You see Uzi.
You don't know what a Bodoc is? Where are you from?
No, not from here.
Material plane.
Oh.
He kind of like looks at you. He like takes like he goes like he puts like a circle, like he circles around his eyes, and he like looks at you like a magnifying glass.
Well, I'll be damned. You still got your color. Look at that.
And as you get a closer look at their faces, you see that orcs that you guys are used to have like more of a green skin, brown skin, kind of reddish. They do have a tint. These guys are gray.
Kind of like drow.
Yeah, a little lighter.
Okay.
Well, I'll be.
We're new.
Seems
Felt
to.
like a few days.
You in town.
Seems that way.
New in town.
You could say we are new in town.
You see the other one. You see Jaru come up.
We'll tell you what. We've been hunting this thing for hours and months and weeks, and Jaru, you can't tell time. Stop it. We've been out here for nearly a week.
Years.
Stop it.
Would Pagma know anything about this beast? Is it a beast?
Roll me a religion check.
We don't know much about these things, but why don't you come back? We're gonna set up camp, make some alcohol, drink about and talk about stuff. Yeah.
You telling me you
Isn't
went?
that one?
Okay, you don't know anything about these things.
You telling me that you got wine from the assassin vine?
Who's got the fruits?
Thea, I'm assuming, still has them.
Yeah.
Those things.
You see Tom kind of like open his arms.
Well, I'll be damned.
I kind of just climbed up the tree and took them.
He's so fascinated. He just goes over.
Did you catch him, little missy?
I did, just to help with my funds.
Well, I'll be hot damn. I didn't think no elf had no type of some courage that way. I'm in.
Collage? Not me.
You're in for drinking? All right.
If you're giving us wine, we're in. Totally in.
Hell yeah.
Oh yes, let's give our provisions away to the first buffoons we meet. Yes, that sounds like a wonderful idea. I don't say this to them.
Booze is for drinking and sharing.
But I wasn't quite whispering it either.
Pleasure to meet you all. We're the Orko Dorko brothers.
Orko Dorko brothers, pleasure to meet you. I'm Algus, the strong, the living Draco Lich, Juniper Skymane.
You see Rugo.
Wait a minute. Say that name again?
Algus, the strong, the living Draco Lich, Juniper Skymane.
No. No. What is it, Rugo? This man fought Dan the Rock dancing.
Goddamn right I did. I won 4 times. He got me 3, but I got him 4. That's goddamn right. I got the belt right here. He shows off the belt.
Holy shit, dude!
World champion. World champion.
He hits the chest of Uzi.
Do you guys remember when I lied to you and told you that I had to go take a piss? Yeah, no, I went to go watch the Wizard wrestling match, and he was there. He was there. It's him.
That match was an hour and a half long.
I can be real charismatic when I wanna. Hot. Come on.
It wasn't full of air after all.
Can't we go? I'm in. All right, well, that makes 2 of us. If you're going and Tom, you're going, I'll go with you.
Yeah. Jaruk speaks up. Yeah, we'll go. I'm in.
Alex kind of has his head held high and his shoulders held up again.
You see Rugo come up to you behind you, and to give you a visual, these orcs are gray-skinned. A lot of them, some of them have. Uzi has very thinning hair, and he's kind of lanky looking, but you can tell that he's pretty fit. Jaruk is just very swole. All of them have different pieces of armor. Some of them look broken. It's a mixture of bone and leather, and they all have 3 javelins on their back. And all of them have a axe and a great axe in each arm, or in their arms. You see that Rugo is the one with the bandana on his head. Is basically just has the bracers and just shorts. And then who am I missing? Jaruk just has. He's just almost just looks like a tank, just armored up. As you guys are walking, Rugo is having his armor on Algus. Come on, man. Tell me, what was it like fighting Dan the Rock dancing?
Legend. He is my, lack of a better word, he was my hero. I really look up to him. We're the same age, I know, but listen, legend. I will not besmirch his name. He is one of the best, of course, not as great as me, but one of the best.
Do you think we can wrestle when we reach where we're going? Look, I want to see if I can take that elbow drop of yours.
You want to take my elbow drop? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Man, I practiced it once in 20 years, and that was a minute ago, and it did not go well. Tell you what, I still do got that mistletoe drop kick. Drop that.
Can I see you do that?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, hell yeah. And then Rosavalda's like, as you guys are walking, she's like, we have, like, looking at everything, we have enough supplies, there should be enough there. We definitely have enough wine. This is just extra good stuff. And you guys are, anybody else want to do anything?
I'm gonna lean to Thea while Algus is talking, and she's like, I thought he was just a senile old human man.
Oh, I don't know. I did not know wizard wrestling was a thing. What does senile? Oh wait, no, she would know the definition of senile. Never mind. She goes, well, we are learning more about the Algus and the party every day. Oh, Pagma, I would like to hear more stories about your homeland. I'm not familiar with the plane very much, only some stories.
Rosavalda pipes up. Can I listen too?
Of course. The Golden Field. The plains of the Golden Field are very rich and abundant with wildlife and what's the word for vegetation?
Vegetation.
Flora?
Vegetation.
Foliage?
Flora?
I don't know that I would say flora.
Plants?
Oh, flora and fauna?
Yes, we are a noble people. We hunt and we use every bit of the animals that we hunt. We are nomadic people. Our culture spans many miles. Grasslands as far as the eye can see. There is such beauty and grace in living in harmony.
Sounds amazing.
What color is everything?
Most of the Golden Field is in the name. It is golden sheen of of grass as it spans as far as you can see.
You see
As
her
tall as even me.
as tall as you? You see her eyes
Yeah.
kind of like really white, like even though they're like pitch black and there's no pupils, like they like are widening and shimmering and everything. She's like,
Oh yeah.
I've only ever seen gold on medallions or weapons or armor. I don't know what it's like what it looks like on Earth or plants, life. I don't. Wow.
If I have the opportunity, I would love to show you around.
I would love that so much. If only could get the chance to go someday. Are you from a family or a clan? Is that how you arrange things in your culture?
Yes, the Golden Field. We are the strongest pride of Leonin. There is many other prides, and I do hope one day to unite us all in a grand not empire.
Nation.
Kingdom?
To unite us all as one Leonin peoples.
That sounds magnificent. Do you have a sigil or a crest for your pride? Pride? That's not important. I was just curious.
The Leonin do not tend to have such identifying marks, though it is not uncommon for them to be found sometimes.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
For the first time, kind of since this whole time, Rosavalda's been, super hyper focused on everything around her, and she's like super intently looking at you, and she trips and falls.
Oh, no. Oh, Rosavalda, are you okay?
I'll come to your rescue. It's all right.
I help her up.
Thea's just
God damn it.
awkwardly standing. Thea's awkwardly stands with the hand. Like,
She grabs Gulron's hand. Thank you. Could Gorgonzola, do you think when we have time, Pagma told me about his plane. Could you tell me about the Fae? I only know so little from here and books.
Thea nods, like, yes, I want to hear.
Yes, but if you can, how do I explain this? If you have the choice, don't go there.
Her ears kind of like droop.
Because everywhere you look, anything can be nice and pretty and then kill you.
That sounds like here.
Well, I mean, like, nice and pretty as in, like, lots of colors and other... There's quite a bit there that, God, my mind is just shutting down. It's like the more I want to talk, the less my brain wants to speak.
Let's get to camp. It might be from the walking, and Shadowfell kind of does that to the brain. Come, let's go. And you see her kind of get up, and she runs off, not too far from you guys. She like jumps over this bush, and as you guys are following through, you see this very well-kept clearing. Very similar to what you saw with the dragon with an opening. This area has been, it looks like the trees have been cut down intently. There are almost like it looks like there's not a teepee, but like a tent, but it's made from the trees and put together. There's a big cypress tree in the middle and a little blue leaf tree growing next to it. In front of this tent is a pit that she's made. You can see that there's flames or fires that have happened in there like over the years, or evidence of that. There is a burrow, a hole dug in the ground next to the tent. You see that there, off to the side, away from there, another maybe 10 feet, is this, it looks like bedding, but it also kind of looks like a makeshift table. It just looks like there's bags and stuff on there, random tools, maybe a knife. It looks like an area that's been used for maybe like cutting food or prepping things, stuff like that. You see her excitedly drop her bag and run towards the burrow, like gleefully running like a child. And she yells out, Grask! Grask! Come out! And you hear this like this little, like, not little, it's this huge two-headed lizard that comes out dark, and in the middle of all this, because you can see this, there's a moonlight in the middle kind of going over the flame. You see this lizard not run through the moonlight, it actually goes towards the moonlight and then stops and goes around, all the way around, and runs towards Rosavalda as basically like a giant, like, dog type runs up to her, like, tackles her. And it's just this giant two-headed lizard that looks like a shadow, but you do see its eyes, and its body is an entire shadow. It almost looks see-through, but you can't really tell. And she's just having fun with it, wrestling with it and playing with it and petting it.
This woman, she has a pure spirit, I am glad we chose her.
What is that creature?
Oh, these are so rare. It's a dusk beast, and his name is Grask. You see him like very like again, very puppy like. You see one head.
I'll walk up to it.
Okay.
I'll walk up to it and put my hand out or paw out.
Roll me a animal handling check.
$12.
The one head. There's one head that's like very excitedly slobbering around, and there's another one that's like very elegant looking, like straight, just has its face forward. You are the one that's like slobbering very, very much comes to the hand and like plays with it and like rolls around trying to nudge it. You see that the other one's getting pulled with it, and little by little, as it's like brushing on your claw, you see its head. You see the head kind of gently start going towards your hand as it's starting to get used to you petting it. You see her again gleefully run towards the bag and pick it up, and she whistles and she pulls out like a couple of rabbits, and runs over to you, Pagma. Do you want to feed them?
Sure.
She gives you both.
I'll grab them.
Yep.
Okay.
Throw them or feed them by hand. Just careful, because they don't control how big the mouth goes. They just go for it.
I do not fear anything, and I just stick out my both arms.
Okay. With how much wingspan you have, you can see that one head's they're kind of struggling to go to each one together, and your arms are a little too far apart.
I'll bring it in closer.
Okay, you bring them closer together, and you see both heads go on and grab onto the bunnies, and you just see them like. And she's looking around, and she kind of gestures to the entire camp, and she says, "It's not much, but feel free to stay. We're staying here for the night. I know you guys have been through a lot, and it looks like Gorgonzola can use the rest."
Got that right.
I start making wine.
All right, you. Do you grab the fruits from Thia?
Yeah.
Okay. She goes she runs over to Caliana. She's like, because she wasn't paying attention to Gulron holding it. She's like, "Do you have you don't have them. Where did you put the branches?"
Oh, yes, the Centaur has them. I decided that he should be doing a little more work.
Goddamn right.
She looks at your arms. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. If you'd like, there's behind the tent, there's a small little river, pond, water that just kind of sits there. It's surprisingly clean."
Are there any dangers to it?
Not that I know of. Doesn't affect me.
Well, I may have to check that out. And I'll go towards the river.
Okay.
Oh, but before I do, actually, Thia, would you happen to have some paper and a quill?
I do, in fact. She puts her doll down, puts her pack down. She opens up. She's got like a little pocket journal, and she just takes a page out and then hands you a quill pen from her backpack.
Thank you so much, dear. I shall return these to you, and then
I also have pencils if you ever need them.
I'm fine with quill, thank you. And then
Okay.
I'll walk towards the river.
Okay. You walk towards the camp, and behind the tent, upon closer inspection, the campsite is actually outlined by cobble, like ruined stone. It looked like there was a building here, but it's just broken down. And behind the stone is this, it looks like it's just this little pond about 5 feet in diameter. Looks murky, but if you try to sniff it, nothing. Yeah. It doesn't smell dirty.
I'll start grabbing the some of the water and just start pensively cleaning myself off.
Sure. Very easy.
Try to find a space where I can sit down.
Sure.
And how? Yeah.
What were you gonna ask?
I was going to say, how far away am I from the camp?
You're literally right behind your tent, or right behind the little thing. So you're right there.
I shall maintain composure. So I will just sit down and start writing a letter.
Okay.
So the letter is just going to start off with, dearest cousin, I hope you're well. It's been quite a while since we corresponded. You wouldn't believe the adventure I've stumbled upon. Feels like one of the storybooks that you so often bury your nose into. But I assure you, everything I share with you here is absolutely true. And no doubt this knowledge will be beneficial to your studies at the reserve. And I'm going to just start writing a long letter about everything I've seen.
Okay, sounds good.
And then just kind of be away from the group a little bit.
Sure. Rosavalda leads you to the group as Rugo is still talking with you, Algus, about wrestling and stuff like that. Uzi has walked over to, Tom has walked over to you, Thia.
So, Lily, what you think of this place?
Thia. No.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
What? One more time?
You see this the biggest orc comes to you, like in armor. You see his head. He kneels. He kind of bends down a little bit.
So, what you think of this place, Lily?
I think it is wonderful. It's not. I mean, it is scary. But I am scared of a lot of things. But there are so many interesting things here. I like to make things, so there's wood, there's leaves, there's magic, there's beasts here. I think it's very interesting. What do you think of this place? I mean, you live here, I assume.
Well, I live here now. I'm not from here. None of us are. We're from the material plane. In fact, we're from the Vast Swamp. This is a mirror. Shadow Swamp is the same place, but in Shadowfell.
Oh, I see.
So, it's kind of like home, but not really. I'm glad that you found a passion, and that you have one. Keep in mind, Shadowfell, takes and takes and takes. Your mind might go. Your color might go. But if you have a passion, something brings you joy, happiness. Like this.
And he pats his armor.
I made this.
You made your armor?
Mm-hmm. I
This
made
is
theirs
very
too.
impressive.
He points to the brother.
You made all of those?
I made all of them.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a lot of work. It's very intricate.
Thank you very much. Brings me joy and happiness. Don't lose it here.
Okay, thank you.
Now, you wanna get drunk?
I have not done much drinking myself, but I will give it a try.
Well, I will make sure not to give you too much.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what is too much with the alcohol. I had a little bit of ceremonial vine going up, but not often.
In context, this is gonna make sense, but if you take it out, it won't. The blood makes it taste better.
The blood? There's blood in the vine?
The vine kills people.
You were watching a corpse die as you guys were like climbing. Like when you guys were watching this corpse get like crushed and pulled in as you guys were getting the fruit.
You see it clicks in Thia's head, and she's just like, "Oh, I see.
Welcome to Shadowfell."
Thank you. Great to be here."
And he like gets up and walks towards the camp. You guys are all like, Rosavalda's walking or like running around, kind of grabbing supplies and little things that she's had. You know, she has like, they're vegetables, or at least what looks like vegetables, but they're all like dark and gray and colorless, but they look very similar to like onions and carrots and tomatoes and all these different things. And she like very, you know, funnily, like a little child, is pulling these large barrels of wine, and you see her get a dagger and pops the top open. Well, whenever you're ready, drink up, we'll make food. And you see like she stops for a second. She starts turning around and looking around. She looks at you, Gulron.
Yep.
She smiles a little bit. Gorgonzola, it looks like we might have a friend. One you met before. As you hear this soft-footed come towards the camp, it's one of the Shadow Mastiffs. She smiles at you. These respond well to intimidation, and it looks like this one has considered you its alpha.
Oh shit.
I will say, if you should take this under your care, please take care of it. They don't like sunlight. They eat a lot.
Oh, okay. So, oh god,
So you can have
Jesus
you can
Christ.
have this as your pet if you want.
Oh,
You will be responsible
This is
for it.
amazing.
I'm not taking over your imaginary dog.
is there an actual like?
There's-
So
there's
would
a
it
step-
roll its
there's
own
a- there's-
initiative?
No, it would just follow yours.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So like a ranger's.
Yeah, essentially.
So when I get my extra attack, I could use my extra attack to have it attack.
When you get because you take your turn and then it will go directly after you.
Oh, so it would be on the same initiative as me, but it would get its
Correct.
own turn.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. That
Yeah.
makes so much sense. Okay.
How adorable. Our group's mascot has its own mascot.
So here's what you'll, if you are to take this, you'll
Mhm.
to kind of like get used to it and work with it. You are gonna have to spend a good time to kind of like train it essentially to not try to bite you in the ass.
Okay, gotcha.
Gorgonzola, alphas change a lot. They can. So
Mhm.
if you don't keep up the strength and keep up the control, it can attack you.
Okay.
I will tell you, based on watching these animals for centuries, the one that you are with that's here was the previous alpha, and it was taken over.
Oh.
They
Wow. Okay.
So spend time with it. Make sure it knows who's the alpha. Okay. And
Okay. So what do I need to do now?
Just you're essentially spending the rest of the hour, the rest of the night, or however much like using your downtime to like play with it or like intimidate it or anything like that. If you want, if you're gonna try to keep it like in control, we'll do some I forget the word, intimidation checks essentially.
Okay.
And we'll say that you're.
We have to take both of them for a walk.
Algus laughs way too hard.
I mean, right now this thing has more hit points than I do.
Strong.
It will outlive the horse. It is good news.
Algus doubles over in laughter.
Uzi like looks over to you.
Hey, Lion, is he always like that? That one?
The horse, the old senile man, the scaredy little girl, or the one in the river?
All of them.
Yes.
Well, sounds like you got a weird family too. Now come.
It's weird as a family can get.
Do you drink?
A golden field warrior never refuses a drink.
Ah, perfect. I'll go get you a glass, goblet. You just drink from your hands. Is that fine? Hell, you know what? Let's
Sure.
rip off the top, dump your head in, and take a big gulp.
And you see him just like rip the top off. And he just goes and like just he's just.
Sorry, quick question. Are we all back together?
Yes, all of you are together right
For
now.
this?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. You do see.
Caliana's still.
Yeah, Caliana's. Did you walk off farther, or did you just kind of sit behind the steps or the stone?
Just wherever the water is.
Okay, so you can see Caliana, like she's just behind the wall, sitting quietly to herself.
Okay. Mostly I was just checking to see if...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'll be quick. Mostly I was just checking to see if Thia heard Pagma say it was a family. I'm good.
Okay.
For the rest of the night, I guess I will train the Shadow Mastiff.
Sure. Roll me intimidation, and we'll just see how this plays out real quick while that's happening on the side.
Okay. If I raged, could I get advantage?
Sure. Scare
okay, I will.
As you guys are having
will
this
go ahead.
discussion, people who are drinking, having fun, laughing, you hear off in the corner.
So
There was
go ahead
wrestling that
and-
was going to happen.
Maybe. Who knows?
We'll see.
Thea needs to summon some Tinker's tools at some point, but she can wait till the long rest for that.
Sure.
She'll just
Another drinks. I'm gonna look at right after we hear Goron's roar. I'm gonna look at Algus and be like,
That's a
"We are
12.
going to have to take care of both of them. You know this, right?"
I'm not fucking doing that. That's on you.
Because I am the druid.
Oh, yeah. I think maybe we can actually shove this off to Caliana.
It is the will of the Sun Father.
Yep.
the
It's the will.
Sunfather.
The will of the sunflower.
That legitimately hurts me inside because I know you're purposely saying it wrong.
Real quick, Gulron, you see the even though you're raging, as you're like trying to intimidate it, it's like it rolled a 15.
Okay.
So you
Can I try to yell at it again?
Sure. You're just gonna kind of have to like you'll do this periodically, so we'll kind of just keep going through that with you guys through the night.
Okay.
Are you okay, Matt?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Rosavalda walks over to Pagma and kind of just like sits next to you, Can you tell me more about the Golden Fields? Please?
The Golden Field is but one of many territories in our lands. Fuck, I don't know any other names.
It's okay. Shadowfell.
But none of them are important.
Shadowfell kind of messes with memory a little, so hopefully it doesn't go too bad.
That is a good point. There are many different fields, many lands, many different prides of Leonin, each with their own customs and their own way of life. As a Leonin of the Golden Field, I think being the strongest, it is our job to unite us as one and celebrate what makes us all different.
I like that. Celebrate what makes us all different.
We are all one with nature. At the end of our lifespan, we go back to what was given.
You see her look up, kind of like towards the moon. Yeah. Algus, it's gonna jump to you.
Well,
right
I'm never gonna die.
You are a different breed of creature. I have no idea where you come from.
You have no idea where this guy He beat Dan the Rock dancing. WrestleMania. How do you not know? Every plane knows WrestleMania.
It just sounds like Algus is talking about himself.
We don't get much TV in the Savannah.
Say that.
Algus is just like, yeah, that was me. That was me.
Did you,
We don't get cable in the Golden Field.
Algus? Did you fight in the astral plane?
That was WrestleMania. You goddamn right.
What?
Yeah.
Man,
Crazy. You know, I didn't think I was gonna win that. He hit me with the people's elbow. I lost consciousness for 5 seconds.
I lost consciousness for 10 seconds, and I wasn't even hit with it.
It's that powerful. It's a fucking wave of energy. It fucking killed like the first row.
Yeah.
Not literally, of course.
No. I was there. I was wearing the coat. It's the splash zone. We all know. Arcane energy flies out from those things, and we love it. It's great.
I got some skeletal remains of some dude's arm from that fight.
What? Can I see him?
I left him at home.
Oh.
It's on my mantle.
You know.
Just an arm.
It's just literally the people's elbow. Caliana, you're still riding, but one of the orcs, Jaruk, comes to you and just doesn't say anything. He just kind of like has this little wooden cup, and like just gently puts it next to you and just kind of like just sits there.
Oh. Thank you. And she's stopped writing by now. She's just kind of been like staring into the reflection, like the moonlight on the water.
Do you miss it?
I'm sorry, Miss.
You're home. You're home.
I do.
I know.
Everyone seems to come from somewhere, but I seem to be the only one from where I'm from.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from the Dwendalian Empire, but I don't think that means anything to you. It's Exandria is the name of the world that I live in.
Paylor's boys.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know something about Paylor?
Oh yeah, Paylor's got a whole faction in the Gloomrot.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They don't really teach you much in the material plane about this place. Just demons and devils and all that fucking crazy shit. But
Yes, that's quite right. That's quite surprising. A place with no sun, no light, no warmth of the Dawnfather. That's incredible that there was worshippers here.
oddly enough, when you see Summer's Bloom, it almost makes sense.
Summer's Bloom?
It's the temple. It's a Palor.
Oh, well.
They've increased them. Yeah.
And that's in Gloomhaven?
It's in Gloomrod, aye. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Gloomrod. I don't know what I was saying.
Shadowfell brain. It'll get you.
Oh, I would love to see the temple.
Yeah. Might be a good... actually, I don't know if it'd be a good time now. There's a lot of infighting going on in Gloomrod. More than usual.
Between whom?
Followers of Orcus. Well, let me ask you this first, before I get in this whole story. Do you know... I'm assuming you know Raven Queen, right?
Well, of course, she's one of the approved gods of worship in the Dwendalian Empire.
That's funny to hear it that way. Do you know of Orcus?
Orcus, we've learned about him very recently. A demon prince of sorts, I would imagine.
Right.
But other than that, not much.
Do you know the name Vecna?
Yes. The one who most recently ascended. The betrayer god.
He's ascended in your plane?
Oh, it was a whole deal about 20 years ago.
Well, shit. That might explain a couple things.
I'm sorry?
There's increase... So, in Gloomrod, let me ask this. In your empire, I'm assuming there's tons of races and factions and religions that all just kind of culminate together and, hob jub jubba jub, right?
Right, well, at least the approved ones. The other ones are kind of heretical.
Sure, let's just call them all, they're all the same thing, approved or not. So, in Gloomrod, it's essentially the same thing. However, there is no approved or not approved. You're just one of them. You can choose, like myself. And he shows off his arm. I'm a mercenary, Crimson Sash. We are hired by Prince Roland. Come out here, kill some Bodex. Bodex follow Orcus. Orcus fights the Raven Queen. That's essentially the natural way of life here. However, recently, followers of Orcus have been increasing in number extremely high. And infighting between followers of the Raven Queen and Orcus have just been battling. And, in Shadowfell, people die all the time. You'll see it in Gloomrod. The moment you walk in, you'll probably find someone stabbing someone. And no one even bats an eye. But this is different. They're fighting so much, and even to the point that Palor, Summer's Bloom is grown in faction, and everybody kind of hates those guys because they're, summer, winter, sun, no sun type of thing.
Moon.
Yeah, Moon, that one.
So these followers of Palor, have they allied themselves with the Raven Queen or with Orcus? Or neither?
Neither. They usually don't. They've become almost like a medical ward. They take in everyone. Whether you're a follower of Orcus, whether you're a follower of the Raven Queen or Vecna, if you're injured, they take you in. They heal you, and let you go.
I see. That's very commendable.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing to kind of see them grow in power, but they're helping people, right? They're keeping things, but
What do you think of all this?
I'm used to a certain level of killing, and you know, you get used to it. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's gonna be a little surprising and jarring at first, but it's hit a point where wherever you walk, there's a dead body or a body about to be dead. You're constantly having to watch your back, constantly having to fight, shove, stab. You know, it's not even fun anymore.
And what do you think of the followers of Palor? How do you view them?
You know, I used to think they were pansies. But they got people that kick ass in there. Knights and sorcerers and such. They're not to be trifled with. And seems like they'd been hiding the big guns for a while. Here's the problem.
Sure I would fit in.
Well, you know, if you make your way there, and sure, you should find your way there. Though I will say, the high priest, or I don't know if you have high priest. I don't know what you call the guy in charge. It's kind of it's a really weird fella, and that's saying a lot if you're in Gulron. But biggest problem is follows of Orcus. Usually they kind of keep themselves in their little shits. They hang in the corners and they do their own stupid things, you know. But they're growing too fast and too hard. That's why we're out here. Gotta kill Bodex. And they ain't easy to kill.
Bodex.
Prince Roland is worried that they're trying to get more power. There's rumors out here about a dragon. And
we may have seen a dragon.
Is that a may have seen a dragon, or did you see a dragon?
We've seen a dragon.
Well, fuck.
Red dragon that is starting to turn shadowy.
Well, shit, that's even worse.
And I'm sorry to... What's your name again?
Jaruk.
Jaruk, you don't seem to have a dog in this fight in particular. I mean, you're a mercenary for work, so I feel a little comfortable saying this with you, but I don't feel like I'm the person for this job. I feel like an imposter right now.
Is it because you got color and I don't? I mean, the gray skin kind of makes it a little, you know.
No, I'm totally woke. I don't see color.
Well, we're in the Shadowfell. You can't.
I'm... Don't tell the others this. The ruffians that I hang out with, but... Not quite sure I believe in this whole thing. This... Battle of Gods.
You've seen a dragon and you don't believe in the Battle of Gods?
I believe they exist, but... Never mind. Thank you for the drink.
Look. You're new. And I don't mean that in an offensive way. How long you been in Shadowfell?
It's probably been, 2 days?
Oh, we really new. Me, my brothers, 50 years. We've been here. Place changes you. Things you didn't believe back in the material plane all of a sudden make sense. Gods, demons, devils. I don't know who's fighting who. I don't know if Orcus, you know, if he's really involved in this. Raven Queen, don't know either. But what I see in front of me is danger to my siblings. And I don't want them to be endangered.
Family is a strong thing.
It is. Whether it's dead or alive.
Well, we'll help you fight these creatures, and we'll see where we go from here.
Oh, I hope it gets in quick. You telling me there's a dragon brings much more concern.
Oh yes, and don't trust this little one with the pointy ears. She brought us right to it and had a little giggle at it.
Oh, I've seen her around. She's been here for longer than I can remember. In fact, I almost got eaten by an assassin vine because she was trying to show it to me to get the fruits.
Oh, good. So this is a pattern of behavior.
Hey, it is, and it might seem weird to you, but I'll tell you what. In a long time that I've been traveling through this swamp, things have gotten less killy because of her.
Really?
Yeah. She walks around everywhere. You might find her in the middle of God knows what part of the swamp. You might be lost. You know the stories of her and Gloomrot? If I didn't see her, I would have believed she just was a swamp ghost. That's what they call her.
Where?
The ghost that guides you.
Quite the little scamp.
She is.
Well, she tosses the whole thing back.
It is very smooth and sweet. Not like really badly, but it's nice.
That is a very delicious flavor. There must be something in it.
Blood.
I'm sorry.
It's the human blood. Adventurer blood. Who knows? It's blood.
I really hate this place. She gets up, dusts off her dress, evening, and returns to the group.
Okay.
Caliana!
Algus.
Want to wrestle?
You know that I absolutely would love to, but duty calls.
Oh, you got poop? Alright. I made a hole over there.
I helped him.
Just good digger over here.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Greg, I answered you in DMs, but yes, you can roll. I was just gonna have you DM the rolls while this was happening.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I'd actually like to ask the
Sure.
orcs.
Sure.
How exactly did you get here in the Shadowfell?
Hooey. It's been a minute. Yeah, you know what? How the fuck did we get here?
Did you get pulled in?
Or the other one walks up, crosses his arms. Well, we were. How the fuck did we get here? Shit. It's been so long, I don't remember.
You all never remember the story. That's why I wrote it down. That's why Uzi's the smart one.
And he pulls out this book with the pages are torn, and it's has maybe 2 pages that are full, and it just says inside,
We got pulled in. Period.
By what?
you see him turn the page.
Shit.
Alright. Let me get this straight. You got pulled in. You don't know by what. Correct?
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No. It's not. I'm just trying to connect. This dragon that I think correct me if I'm wrong, Rosavalda, you said was pulled in?
Was what?
Pulled in dragon?
You mentioned dragon. All the orcs are like, what? What? What?
It don't matter.
Oh no, it matters, all right.
Dragon, whatever.
They're all kind of like looking at each other like,
Oh, holy shit! It all makes sense now. Fuck.
Share with the class?
Rosavalda is Bodax are followers of Orcus. Orcus, at least in lore, controls Draco Liches.
Not me.
Orcs,
Aye?
do you think they're gonna go after the dragon?
That's exactly what I'm thinking they're doing. And if they get it, fuck, Gloomrot's gonna rot even more. We gotta find that thing.
Good, because Rosavalda knows exactly where it is, doesn't she?
She kind of like, I know it's around.
Alright. So, are we saying that Orcus orchestrated pulling in this dragon?
No. I don't think so. Orcus has no power in Shadowfell.
I think he just put that hypothesis together just to have the
pun.
play on words.
Yeah. Well, also because, I mean, who else is powerful enough to pull things into a different gosh dang dimension? Or, I mean, plane.
To be fair, it is an echo of the prime material. It will pull you in just if you're in the right spot, wrong time.
Gotcha.
Foggy shit and all that.
Alright, well, something, I don't know, I don't feel it. I think something's weird going on. But, might as well get some rest for the Bodox tomorrow.
Right.
I'll ritually cast... No, I don't have it prepared, actually. Never mind.
Okay.
Does a ritual
Uh,
spell need
Wizards
need prep?
can ritually cast anything as long as they have the components.
Oh, cool.
And
I'll
and if it is a ritual spell.
Okay. I'll ritually cast Alarm, then.
Okay. You do that. Okay. Anything else?
Caliana's been just pouring wine.
I'm drunk. Bed.
Yeah, Thia's been sipping all evening. At some point, she needs to try and meditate and come up with a set of Tinker's tools, due to the Artificer right tool for the job thing. But
Sure.
are those gonna turn out okay? Are they gonna be a fully functioning Tinker's toolkit if she's drunk?
Drinker's tools.
Yeah. Roll me.
Don't.
How drunk are you?
Tinker and drive.
Have you just been like sipping it, or you just full on like you just been going ham?
Whatever the orc has been handing to her.
Okay, you're drunk as shit.
I'll take this. Algus has the IV drip. And
The
yeah,
IV
versus
drip
the
in.
veins.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess we're gonna drink and tinker.
Okay.
Drink and tink.
Thea, I believe this is yours. and I'll hand over the quill.
Thank you. That's my quill.
That was
Thank
very
you.
nice of you. I really appreciated that.
She's
Of
adorable.
course,
I
course.
like this one.
She's like, you can use it anytime you need. It's in my backpack.
I remember my first
Listen.
fine wine.
Amazing. Yep, that's it.
Thea, I've discovered why I like you so much. You were...
You like me?
Oh, yes, of course I like you. You remind me so much of my cousin, Jackson. I've just put it together right now.
Oh.
You affectionate her?
He's a little nerdy, a little bit of a student, and he just enjoys knowledge, and he's just a sweet gentleman. So,
Oh.
I
Like a
find
wonderful
myself
person.
having a secret affinity to you. So, don't tell anyone else.
Okay. Your secret is safe with me, Caliana.
There's a secret affair going on. Confirmed lesbian.
No. Thea
No, that's
has no
Field.
idea. The player has no idea.
That's Field.
Yeah, Field is my only confirmed.
Sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm
Okay.
sleeping.
Um,
It's the sleep noises.
I'm not sure if you want a drunk elf volunteering to take first watch or not.
I got alarm going.
You, Rosavalda, you know, I'll watch. I just need 4 hours, mainly, so I can either take first.
I am
and- Go ahead.
Yeah, she can. Yeah, I'm proficient in in perception. If if I can stay up and give her advantage.
Sure.
Oh shit.
How do you do advantage on on skill checks?
Just roll twice, take the higher number.
No, I mean, like, does one person have to be proficient if they're granting advantage, or like?
You're just helping each other.
Oh, okay.
Before I go to bed,
Yeah.
can I just ask, what are Bodocks to Rosavalda exactly? Like anything I should look out for? Poison breath, really fiery claws, something like that.
Remember how I said, if you don't know what it is, don't look at it?
Got it. Close my eyes.
Exactly.
Look at it.
Use your ears. Use your other senses. If you look at it, it might kill you. So you have to be very careful.
Boy, alright. Shit. Fuck.
Okay. She walks up to Pat. Rosavalda walks up. The orcs themselves kind of all situate themselves by the tree, as Grask, the little dusk beast, is kind of just like pittering around, following Rosavalda. She walks up to Pagma. I still want to hear more about your land and your plane and what there is.
Details of my homeland have intrigued you so.
Very much so.
Well, there's, as I said, the vast plains of the golden grass that billows in the wind. But there is much more than just the plains. many of the prides of the Leonin lay claim to a different terrain. There's the jungles, vast, full of thick trees, creatures screaming and harmonizing their keels.
You
The
see that
vast mountains,
She's just nodding, like little by little.
the mountains that reach the sky, almost touching the heavens. We don't believe in gods because they are stupid and they do not help us, but they're there. What else we got? The frozen tundras. White snow blankets the entire land. Those are the sneaky ones.
See your smile. Are you taking watch first? I know Thia is staying up a little more to play with her dolls. I'm excited to see what she does.
Honestly, so am I. They all are wild cards.
Yeah, they are. Except Caliana. Well, maybe.
She is like bread, plain and does not belong here sometimes. But we are more than happy to have her.
Ah, yes, the two features of bread. Plain and sometimes does not belong here.
What? When does bread doesn't belong?
I don't
Bread
know
is
much about
great.
bread. We do not have ovens.
Sorry.
Just eat raw dough?
We don't make. We eat. We are lions. We eat gazelle and like. We don't break bread.
You know about that. You know, I digress.
Yeah, so for going to Night Watch, Thea, you said you wanted to go first.
I mean, so she's drunk, so she would have disadvantage on perception checks.
Yeah?
Maybe
I
she can
can-
sleep it off and take second watch since she only has to trance for 4 hours.
You do technically have 9 people. Because
Yeah,
of the orcs.
that's true.
Yeah, let's all just sleep, man.
I'll go with Thea.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I can. Well, I was gonna take first watch.
Sure.
Whatever, I don't care.
Sorry.
Go second.
No. If you wanna.
You're good. All right. Gulron, you'll go first. Are you doing it with
Yeah, that's fine.
You're keeping the Mastiff up with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Do any of the orcs want to watch with me?
No,
Or
the
are they
orcs actually
completely
passed out.
plastered?
They're plastered and passed out.
Oh, they're plastered.
Except for
Yeah, okay.
Jaruk. You see him kind of like he's
And that is
he's kind of like he has broken armor and like sash on the arm. He's kind of like the older one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, gotcha.
But he's just kind of like sitting next to his brothers, watching over them. You see Rosavalda though walk up to you, and she sits with you. I'll take watch with you.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll. You're gonna roll perception at. Well, you have disadvantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Oh, that's right. But
Um,
if I had him, I'd have advantage, which means it would be a straight roll.
Correct.
Okay. $16.
Cool.
13 plus 3.
Sure. Sounds good. From everything going on, Rosavalda doesn't seem to be too worried about it either. Her ears aren't perking, anything like that. But she looks to you and Gorgonzola, you told me, the Fae sounded like a dangerous place. And it reminded me a lot of how people see this place. That everything, kills and eats. Demons, devils. It sounds like you have similar things, just colorful.
Yes, but also the prettier something is, the more dangerous it's going to be. So always make sure you decide to choose the less extravagant choice when wandering the Feywild.
She just nods. Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Yes. The more plain option is the safer option.
She kind of like looks around and gestures. I don't know if that's the case.
Well, I would assume that the more dangerous option here in the Shadowfell is the safer option.
It's everything's dangerous here, whether it's pretty or not. You just constantly have to be on guard. It's just I don't like that this place gets a bad reputation because of its inhabitants. It's like, it's not fair that a whole existence gets put under the same blanket just because of a few, there's so much more to this place. And it sounds like there's so much more to the Fae.
That's true. There is. It's just everything is a trick in the Feywild.
Very much sounds like here. But you know that's interesting to me. The Fae and the Shadowfell are almost two sides of the same coin. The material coin. And we're echoes of the material, are we not? So, with that being the case, maybe the material plane is the most dangerous of all of them. That's where our stuff comes from. And yet, people talk about their homeland and that plane as if it's the most wonderful place ever. Why don't we get that?
I don't know. But I love my home. Even though I know it's terrifying, I still love it, 'cause it's home.
And I love my home. Even though it's... As she looks down at the Shadow Mastiff and looks over to the two-headed lizard. Even though it's dangerous and... Yeah, I understand. I'm glad... I know you didn't mean to be here. But I'm glad you're here.
Well, I didn't mean to be on the material plane either, so...
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Me and my sister were out for a stroll. Well, not a stroll. We were just having some fun, I was keeping an eye on her, and then after a while, we had so much speed that we couldn't stop fast enough to stop ourselves from falling through this portal that brought us to the material plane. However, I was lucky enough to be able to pick my sister up and throw her back through home, and then but the portal closed before I could get through.
You see that she like gently nods. I'm sorry that you're separated from family. Being away from Thorn right now, it hurts me, and I can only imagine what it's like. Have you...
I've made a new one, and Gulron will look to Pagma, Thia, and Algus.
Did you call us your sister?
You consider them family?
Yes.
Do you consider me family?
I don't know you.
She looks sad. Well, okay.
I'm sorry, but I don't know you well enough yet.
No, it's okay. It's fair. I understand.
I just met you less than a day ago.
And this is crazy.
But be my family.
We almost killed the baby.
We yeeted that baby.
Well, maybe through this adventure, we'll get to know each other more. She turns around and looks to Thia. One of you is family. And to me, I think by association, that makes you family to me too. Maybe we're just family from different planes. So, you're my family. And maybe one day I'll be yours. You see her get up and she goes to wake up Thia. Right, you're going second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, my head hurts. Is this common? Is this normal? Is this a Shadowfell thing?
No, that's wine. That'll do wine to you.
Oh.
That's a liquor thing.
Maybe I should not partake of the wine so much.
Is anyone else... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was like, I think, did Algus say he was going to take watch?
I believe so.
Okay. I tap him on the shoulder.
I'll go ahead and I'll do the down on 2 feet, and then my back legs go down. I'll do the thing that horses do when they're ready to...
Yeah, to lay down. Okay. You see the Shadow Mastiff kind of curls up like between your hooves. As you guys are going to go watch Rosavalda, I'll be close by. I'll be meditating. It doesn't take me long, but if you need me, I'll be here. And so will Grask. You see her like kneel down and kind of sit on her feet as Grask curls up next to her like a cat.
Grask is very cute, by the way. This is a very cute lizard.
I can barely see it, but it is cute. I see the 4 eyes, the 4 red eyes, and I hear the slurping noises. That reminds me of my match with Rickety Old Steamboat in a rave match, actually. It was pretty flashy, some would say. They put on a strobe light. I don't have to get into it. I'm drunk. Whatever.
These strobe lights? I don't know if I've seen these.
Yeah, Yeah, it
What is a brave?
Well, it's where people go to listen to music and do hard drugs.
I've never done drugs.
Don't.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah. Do you want me to go ahead and do perception stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll give you perception. I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Was I able to sleep off the drunkenness?
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay. If not, that's fine. I just wanted to check.
Algus is still carrying his IV bag full of wine with him.
Yep.
Okay. That was not bad. Okay. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
You don't see anything, but as you're kind of looking around, you do slightly see Rosavalda's ears flick. But nothing.
Algus, did you see that? Rosavalda's her ears, they just...
Nah, I can't see shit. Still. Haven't been able to see anything all day, actually.
Oh, is it because it is dark?
I got, yeah. Can't.
Oh, I may have something I could do, if you want.
No,
I don't
alright.
think French people. You have an action figure?
I do. I got Algus right here. Takes out himself.
Can I see it?
Sure, go ahead.
It looks
Okay.
It looks exactly like him, but you can tell like the colors from like clearly being held in a hand for so long has kind of like worn down. Like it's an old toy. Like he's held on to it for so long.
They haven't made a new one in forever, so I just, collector's edition and all.
What is it made of?
Wood.
Okay. If you would like, I can tinker on it a little bit, and it can shed light in a 5-foot radius.
Alright.
And then you can just put it away when you don't want light, and then you can pull it out when you want light, if you would like.
I can do that, yeah.
Okay. You see she pulls out her floating tinker's tool. She kind of tinkers on it a little bit, and it now sheds light. In 5 feet, she hands it back to you.
Hey, I can see my toes.
You see Grask, like the one head looks over and looks at the light, and then goes behind Rosavalda.
I don't like the light. I don't like it.
That is sad. One last thing. Can you describe this Dan Zerock dancing? What did he look like?
Oh boy. He's about 6'4", 6'5", bronze, beautiful skin. He's got a amazing bald head, muscles just like grapefruits on his shoulders, boulders in his arms. Got his tattoo of a bull on his shoulder. Just a god among men.
Oh wow, he sounds like quite the individual. It sounds intimidating. I don't know how to be intimidating.
It's quite easy. You just look them dead in the eye and say, "I'ma kill you," and that's it.
Oh, I've never threatened anyone's death before.
So, why dolls?
Well, they have been my companions as long as I can remember. My sister Myra She taught me how to make them. She's very good with weaving. She makes all these beautiful enchanted tapestries for her priestess training back at home. But she taught me how to make dolls. She helped me make my owl. She helped me make this one, and she taught me how to enchant them so that they do not tear, they do not get dirty. Very resilient.
You see the giant metal
but
owl
then-
just sitting on her head.
No, but why dolls? You told me why. You told me how you learned how to. But why are you upset? Why do you want them so much?
Because they are my friends. They do not leave me alone.
Are you replacing somebody with dolls?
Algus, do you have family?
I mean, hope so. I haven't seen my brother and sister for a while. Parents disappeared. Hope so.
I'm slowly learning what family is, because I do not think that my meaning of family matches everyone else's meaning of family.
Well, I think family's choice. It's who you choose. I don't think it's not defined by blood. But Thea, Algus squishes her face a little bit. She's doing like the yeah.
Yes?
I ain't going nowhere. They call me the Draco Lich for a reason.
The Draco Lich.
Correct.
Wow. That is quite the title.
Thank you. Someone gave it to me. I don't know. I was just floating around.
The Draco Lich. Wow.
Correct. Well,
So family is a choice. I've not heard that. But I do wish that you all could meet my sister, Myra. She is amazing. She glows like the sun. She's very warm. She's bronze, kind of like that Danzilok Danson.
she's bald.
She is not bald. No, she is beautiful. She has this light golden hair. I don't look like the rest of my family. They all have light kind of golden hair, and I just have the black hair and pale. I'm just pale. That's all.
I think we should not have Caliana meet her. You know how she is about the sun and bright lights. I mean, gets a little,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, maybe that would be for the best.
Yeah, we can.
But
Well, nonetheless, she is quite important to us, isn't she? She's like family. We chose her.
I do like Caliana. She is very nice. She's very strong. I wish I could be as.
Punch. She could take a punch.
She did take a punch. I want to be strong like her. I want to be strong like all of you. All of you are strong and bold and brave. And
Thea, you're already strong. We went through the whole same thing together. You're not watching from the sidelines. You got in the action. You fucking hit that big ass giant armor shit. You saved Pagma from dying. You know you're in it. You're just as good as any of us.
Thea holds out her owl. Would you like to hold Mariette?
Yeah. Grabs the owl. Does it say anything? Just owl noises?
I think
Can I teach it something?
If you can teach Mariette to do something, you can certainly try.
I say, oofta! Oh boy, come on, now's not a time to fail me. 18.
Because of the school of magic you study, as you're holding this owl, you feel that same school of magic coming from that owl.
Well, looks like you got a little necromancer here.
Little necromancer, Mariette, you've been holding out on me.
Hey, I think it's the best school of magic, but that's just in my opinion.
Well, my mentor, Nelliwen, she told me she used to be a necromancer, I guess. She gave me a book, but I'm not supposed to show it to anyone. At all.
Alright, so she said not to show it. She didn't say you couldn't say anything about it.
You see,
She did tell me to try and keep it a secret, but...
Oh, well, you just told me the secret.
you're talking
So,
about this book, and the owl's looking at you, Thea, like, whoo, whoo, like trying to like.
She's like, Algus, are you still drunk? You're going
I'm
to
always
remember
drunk.
that? Okay, Mariette, maybe he won't remember. He may not remember this in the morning.
Nope.
As you're, are you giving her the owl back?
Yeah.
Okay. You give it back, but the owl looks directly at you, and kind of its eyes glow very quickly, and you hear this voice. Say no more, but protect her.
Yes. Mysterious voice. Gotcha. Righto.
Yes, what?
As it's like flapping
Say no
around.
more.
Are you hearing voices in the trees? She like looks around. I don't hear anything.
Hey, that's a first, right? Now I'm part of the gang. You guys see a bunch of shit. Now I'm hearing shit. Look at that.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get you some more sleep.
Or some more booze. Yeah. Passes out immediately.
Okay, Mariette, it is you and me for the rest of this watch. And then she's going to just, for the rest of her watch, continue tinkering with the fur.
Okay.
And diagramming things in her journal.
Okay. Sounds good. Very easily. Who do you wake up?
Did anyone volunteer themselves for last watch?
Caliana did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It'd be Caliana and Pagma unless they want to separate somehow. Or, you know, not.
I didn't volunteer, but you're more than welcome to wake me up.
She kind of looks from Pagma to Caliana to Pagma.
Caliana, both are snoring, but Caliana is just like, there's like wine spilled next to her. Pagma is like very like proud with his arms crossed over, almost like a mummy, just like.
Oh, speak to your manager.
Dawn Father.
Thea hears the Dawn Father thing. She's like, maybe Caliana needs the rest. She'll tap on Pagma's shoulder. Excuse me, Pagma. Excusez-moi.
I'll yawn with, like, you know, my mouth line. Do the cat stretch thing. Good morning.
Good morning, Pagma. How did you sleep?
I do love a As they say in your tongue, a cat nap.
Algus
Cat
laughs.
nap.
He's asleep though, so he still laughs.
Okay. Nothing much happened. On the watch. I will be in a trance for the rest of the night if you need me at all.
I know I am gorgeous, but keep yourself calm. And I'll
Okay.
go sit and watch.
Okay. You hear from the back of the orcs. You hear Jaruk.
Hey, Uzi, you're up.
Like kicks him.
Oh, fuck. You really gotta push me like that every single time?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Every single time. I hate you. I don't. I love you. You're up. And you see the orcs swap places.
You are quite a flavorful bunch.
Oh, yeah, of course. We're the Orco Dorcos. That's what we're known for. Flavorful. May I sit
As
next
I
to
have
you?
heard. But of course.
Perfect. I ain't never seen someone like you before. What are you, exactly?
I am a Leonin, Pagma of the Golden Field. I hail from the Beastlands.
Well, I'm Ozo. Uzi to my friends of the vast swamp and the Orco Doko.
Your lisp is very strong.
Ah, that's just the orc. He's the chief.
I also have. I understand your.
Yeah, you got some big ones. And, no offense and hopefully none taken to you, but you and, the Centaur, and, the old man, there's a strong bunch. You ever thought about fighting? About, maybe, win a little money like that?
My skills and prowess are not used for a simple money and others' entertainment. I am a proud warrior of the Golden Field. I fight for honor. I fight to represent us, and I fight to keep our people safe.
I like that. That's a good storyline. If you ever want to become a fighter, that's exactly what you tell everyone. That is a crowd pleaser.
I shall keep this in mind.
I will say, maybe think about it a little bit, because Gloomrot runs on coin. And if it ain't got coin, you're gonna have a real tough problem running around.
There are plenty of ways I can get by without stooping to a level that I do not agree with.
I hope you stay that way. Shadowfell definitely takes a toll on you, and Gloomrot, well, so there's a reason it's called rot.
You do not have to worry about me, my friend. My lion's heart stays true, always.
Keep it that way.
And you also keep your orc heart in your chest.
Well, I've already tried to do something else with it. Didn't work out, so it's stuck.
What?
Oh, you live in the Shadowfell with the dead for a while. You kind of, experiment. See what,
I'm
maybe...
your heart.
Oh, yeah, of course. Your heart, your soul, your legs, your feet, body parts. Hell, this ain't even my arm.
And you starts flexing it, and you see it kind of like grow hair and kind of like spikes.
That is unnatural. But
I won in the pits.
good for you.
Yeah. I won it in the pits. It was good. Good fight. Fought me a good old demon.
I'm glad you can. I am happy that you find comfort in your fighting. You keep that with you.
Thanks. And I like that you find comfort in yourself. It's hard for me to do that. I'm lucky I got 3 other brothers. They do it for me when I can't.
A family is important to yourself. Keep them close and keep them safe. You can never replace those who are the closest to you.
You see him kind of like stretch and kind of like lay back down and kind of just stare up at the canopy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He turns to you.
I'm really glad we ran into you guys. It's been a while since we ran into anybody from the material plane, and it's nice to hear. Well, yeah, it's nice to hear from home.
If there's any way that we can potentially bring you back, perhaps we can do so.
Oh, I don't know about that one. We've been here quite too long, and Crimson Sash and all. Can't really just up and go. Boss would be made, and I ain't gonna risk my siblings for that one.
I understand. You have made your life here, and
Yeah,
it is your new home.
yeah. Let's hope it doesn't become yours, huh?
I plan to be back in the Golden Field at some point, so yes, it will not be my home. Although it is a vast, beautiful place.
Heard you.
Those who bring
Go for it. Go for it.
those who bring stories back to us do not often get to stop and admire everything that this place has to offer. I am very grateful to Rosavalda for showing us the beauty of this place. I shall spread its stories far and wide amongst my people.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be nice. I gotta say, it is kind of a shithole, but it's my shithole. And I like it. And I hope more people can like it too.
Take pride in your shithole. That is the only thing.
I like that. That's a good one. I'll tell my brothers that. Take pride in our shithole. Yeah.
Take pride and share it with everyone that you meet.
You ain't half bad. What's your name?
I am Pagma of the Golden Field.
It hit me that I asked you that already. Fucking Shadowfell memory bullshit. You forget shit so easily.
It is okay. I like talking about myself. It is a Leonin thing.
Can you write that name in this book?
And gives you like the little leather book that only has like 2 pages.
Guess that's the reason why they call it Pride.
No joke. I thought he was going to ask the exact same thing over again, and then just keep forgetting.
What's your name?
I'll
No,
remind in the book.
I mean, like, I thought he was going to start with asking the name, and then like go on to what he asked next, and then just.
He looks at the book.
Pagma of the Golden Fields. I'll commit it to the book. 'Cause I ain't gonna remember it. But, I'll remember you. kind of very difficult to remember. Well, one, living, two, you. So that's two things you got for you.
I'm well known. I'm well known in my pride and in across my land. So having one more fan is not a bad thing.
As you guys are continuing the conversation, Rosavalda, like, she starts, like, sniffing, and her ears kind of perk in a direction. She turns, and,
What is it? What is it, little elf?
she goes, she smiles, ogres, and I know who. And she kind of gently walks off in that direction.
Should we fall? Or should we just...
I would like to see where he's going. I'll like kind of give a not
I'll
too
stay
loud,
you
but,
go.
like,
I'll stay you go. Yeah.
okay. This is fine.
All right. You follow her off as she kind of like goes into, or not, she doesn't go all the way into the brush, but she kind of waits maybe like 20 feet away from the forest, and this giant ogre that has like a hood over its head walks forward. You see her run up to it and essentially like fly onto its head and slam it on the ground. And you just hear
That is a very strong woman.
you hear her go, "Oofda, it's you! Oofda! It's so good to see you!" And
This is a friend of yours, I presume.
yeah, he's such a wonderful ogre. He doesn't really talk though. But yeah, he just says oofda. And what? He doesn't say anything. He just goes oofda.
Oofda to you as well.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You see him sit up with her kind of on his head, and he's like, basically gesturing this he's making like this long, with his hands, he puts them up in the sky and brings them down, almost making like the Coke bottle kind of thing, but like he's doing it 9 times, and she goes from really happy and giddy,
9 woman.
and she's like, "Oh, really? Where?" Oofda points off into like the northeast. Do the lizard folk know? Oofda. He nods. If you can gather the others, Oofda, I can maybe tell the group we have something more, a little more important to help out, but maybe we can use it to help. Oofda. And she gives him like a kiss on the head as she like twirls down and falls. Pagma.
Yes.
You've seen a dragon.